Damien Woody has made a triumphant return inside SportsCenter. All right, let's first talk about the trades. I know we started talking about Zeke. We'll get there in a second. But since Alden weighed in with all of this, let's start with Sammy Watkins to Jared Goff. You spent your life protecting quarterbacks. What does a guy like Watkins do for a guy like Goff?
Well, first of all, he takes the top off the defense. And what I mean by that is one thing you can't teach is speed. Sammy Watkins has tons of speed. So he's a very talented guy. No one has ever doubted his talent. It's the fact that he hasn't been available. But what he can do for that offense, he can open up Tavon Austin, who's a slot guy. He can open up space for Todd Gurley, because now you got a guy on the outside in Sammy Watkins. You got to be careful how many people you play in the box. So it should open up things for Todd Gurley. The biggest thing is availability. Listen, from the Buffalo Bills standpoint, they weren't going to sign. They weren't going to re-sign him anyway, because they didn't exercise his fifth-year option.
You were salty about that.
Oh, absolutely. So for the Buffalo Bills to be able to trade away a guy and get a second-round pick in return for a guy they weren't going to sign anyway, I think that's a coup for the Buffalo Bills.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. And again, if Sammy Watkins, if he can stay on the field and stay available, I mean, that's a dynamic piece that you're adding to that Los Angeles Rams offensive unit.
I know you guys always like to say it's not about ability as much as it is durability. You got to be out there to show me you can do something. We'll see if Watkins can do that. One more, because they lose Watkins, but they'll bring aboard Jordan Matthews. Once again, this is the Buffalo Bills, the team that's got the NFL's longest playoff drought. They have not been to the playoffs since the 1999 season. Their last playoff game, Dame, the Music City Miracle. Some of our viewers weren't even alive when that game happened. What does he do for them? Because with nothing against Matthews, but he's not Sammy Watkins.
No, he's not as dynamic as Sammy Watkins. Obviously, I think this is, Jordan Matthews is more of a guy who operates in the slot. That's really been his forte in the league, been operating in that tight window, and he'll create opportunities for Tyrod Taylor in the slot position. But make no mistake about it, he is not Sammy Watkins from the standpoint of being a dynamic playmaker that can stretch the defense and can score from at any point on the field. That's not Jordan Matthews' game. So, big picture here for the Buffalo Bills. If I'm a fan of the Buffalo Bills, the message that I'm getting is this team, it looked like it's rebuilding. And if you're the fan base, that's the last thing you want to hear. You already referenced it. This is a team that hasn't been to the playoffs since 1999.
Right.
That's a long time to be, to have that playoff drought.